Hello, hello, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back, guys. I thought I would do a journal with me today, and if you can believe it, I actually know what I'm going to do, so hopefully this will go along smoothly and I remembered everything on my desk. So I'm going to be doing a picture frame page, so let's get started. What I did was I cut out a piece of lightweight chipboard and I cut it out to be approximately 4.5 by 6.5, and then I took a approximately 3.5 by or 3.25 by 5.25 inch rectangle out of the middle to leave about 3/4 of an inch frame all the way around. So that's all I did. I just did that with a ruler and, And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take something I can glue on here. I have some die cuts. So this is a little bee, and I think this is one of the Spellbinders bees. This is a little viney, leafy plant thing. So I've got like 4 of those, and then I have one of these dudes. If I can pick it up, just some little. There we go. A little wildflower type. And so what I'm going to do is this is going to be my picture frame because I can work with approximately a 5 by 7 inch, spot. So I made the frame just a little bit smaller so we could fit it on that page. But, I just didn't want just a, plain square rectangle. I wanted to be able to embellish, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little die cuts. Excuse me. I'm going to take these little die cuts and I'm going to tack them on with a little bit of my glue. Any glue is fine. And I'm just going to kind of wing it. And I like, that looks good. And I'll take another one of the viney things, leafy things, branchy things. These are kind of hard to glue because there's a lot of negative space. It's like you end up gluing your hand more than anything. And I'm just going to kind of, so it's not going to be, they're not mirror images of, this is just one die. It doesn't have like 2 that would mirror so that you could, match them up. So, it is what it is. We're just gonna make it cute. Of course, there's glue everywhere. All right, so there is that one, and I'm gonna do the same thing down at the bottom. Maybe it'd just be easier if I did this. I mean, glue everywhere. This probably would have been a good job for like PVA or something. I should have broken out the PVA. Okay, because it's sticky. It's so sticky. Now I'm going, I think I'm going to do the bee, like maybe down here at the bottom, just kind of hanging out between these two little branchy things. And he's just going to kind of sit right in the middle. About like that. And then on the side, I'm going to put some wildflower these little embellishments here. And of course, these are just die cuts, but you could do this with like little metal, like jewelry finding type things, or charms, or, you know, you don't have to use paper, but you could cut out or punch out hearts or little circles, or, I mean, there's so many things you could do depending on what it is that you want to do. I just happen to have these little die cuts handy, and I thought they would make a great little frame embellishment. Okay. And make sure it's even here, even-ish. Even-ish. Okay. So there is our little picture frame so far, and what I'm going to do now is we're going to paint the whole thing. And I've just got some Liquitex. This is raw umber. And I'm just basically just going to dab this all over, just to make sure it gets in all those nooks and crannies of the die cut. And you kind of want it, I mean, I kind of want it to look like an old frame, so I don't care if it's like mottled and some of the chipboard shows a little bit from behind and, you know, that kind of thing. It's totally okay. But I'm going to kind of maybe tap at the edges and make sure that the edges are kind of got some paint on them. And then also like the inside edge of the frame. And of course the glue is now painted. So there's little strings, little cobwebs. Hey, that might make it look great. Look like your frame was found in the attic. All cobwebby. Who knew cobwebs could be trendy? Trying to hold this thing is okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry a bit before I move on to the next little step. It shouldn't take very long. This is just acrylic paint, so shouldn't take but just a few moments to dry if I stop messing with it. You know, there's that. Okay, I will be right back when this is all nice and dry, and we'll move on to the next step. This is what we have now. This little frame. And I mean, you can go to town. You can make this as complicated as you want to make. But I am going to take some of this artsy, the gold rub and buff kind of stuff. And I'm going to put just a little bit on the edge of my finger. And I'm going to carefully try to just kind of get it on the raised parts for the most part. Just kind of, and not as much on the frame itself, but just kind of highlight the die cuts. And it can get a little bit on the, frame, but I'm just trying to really highlight what I just glued on, and then I hid them by painting them all the same color. And then what's left on my finger, I just barely hit the frame itself, and it kind of gives it like a little base coat, but it's not as shiny. Okay, we'll look at it, make sure I haven't missed anything. And I'm probably going to take a little bit on my fingers and just kind of go around the edge just a little bit, just to kind of highlight the edge a little bit, but not a lot. There are leaves sticking out and flower petals from the die cuts, so. All right. So here is our little picture frame now. Looks kind of cute, right? Kind of cute. And it needs like a base. So I took a piece of just scrapbook paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on top of this this paper to give it some stability, so that when you slip a picture in behind, it'll fit nicely. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, if you want to edge this in something, like if you want to take some of the gold and kind of, run it in a 45-degree angle along the edge of this paper, then it kind of ties it in with your frame, and then it doesn't look like, hey, it's a piece of paper behind my frame. It's it kind of matches. So look at me with some forethought. You go, Nick. You just go. Pre-planning and thinking ahead, and who do you think you are? And this stuff does get like everywhere. So what I think I'm going to do is just barely also just kind of do what I did on the frame, and what is ever left over on my fingertip, I'm just going to kind of buff that around the edge, just to kind of mute that edge a little bit, and kind of diffuse it down and blend it into the paper. This is a textured, like a linen textured paper, so it kind of picks up the, the gold wax with like a cross hatch kind of pattern. It looks kind of good. I will show you. Oh, can you see that? A little bit of a cross hatch pattern there. So, okay, cute. Okay, now which end is up? I think this end is up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave one edge open because you need to slip your picture in behind, and you could switch out your picture. So it depends on what side of, the book. This was our last one. Do you want it on this side, or do you want it this side? You gotta, So I'm just looking through here and seeing what side. I think I want it right here. Let me put in a little bookmark there. So I'm going to leave this side open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of this glue, and I'm just going to run it along the top edge, the side edge, and the bottom edge. And just like such. And then I'm going to kind of center it on our background paper. And then I'm going to hold it down. Just hold it down for a minute. So this is the picture I printed out. I chose to put behind it. If you have any family photos that you want, you can adjust the size of your frame, depending on how big your book pages are, or if you even put it in a book page. You could do this in a scrapbook album too, and you have more room. But I was able to resize this on my computer and make it the size I needed it to be. But if you have a family photo that it is the size it is, you got to adapt to it instead, then just do that. Just adapt to that. And I'm going to slide this, and it's I'm trying to slide it behind the frame a little bit. It's so cute. Okay, hold on, let me get this all centered. There we go. Oh, so stinking cute. All right, and as with any picture, just a little bit of a photography, 101 here. Always have your horizons even. So this happens to be our horizon is the floor down here. Sometimes you can't really see where your horizon is, but your horizon line, wherever that happens to be, whether it's a floor or it's the sea or whatever flat horizon line, you can guess in your picture. If you're taking a picture or if you're resizing something, always make sure that that is level. That will throw off a picture quicker than anything else is a whacked horizon line. I'm going to take, I found this the other day. This is kind of what started this. I found this little quote from that book, that novel that I cut up for the phrases, and it's with a clutch of apple-cheeked children. Ah, so cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this phrase and I'm going to pop it on there somewhere. I'm going to take my little alcohol ink thing and just dirty it up just so it's not quite so bright and happy. Ain't nobody got time for bright and happy. Okay. But there's so many applications you could use this in, okay? So I have done these, something similar, on the cover of a book. You can do these on the covers of notebooks or journals or all kinds of things. You can have a frame and then you can slip in different photographs or whatever you'd like. It doesn't have to be people. It can be anything, right? And I think I kind of like it just kind of cattywampus up at the tippity top maybe. And so, but they're great. They're great in all kinds of things. You could do it on the front of a greeting card or inside of a greeting card. Wouldn't this be a great way if you got new photographs, or you are sending pictures to somebody, like a graduation photo or something like that? Well, turn a greeting card into a little photo, like a little photo card, and then that way they can even leave it in there, and they can, hold on, I can't talk and glue at the same time. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Just like such. So let's say, of course I don't have anything right near me that I can demonstrate except for this. So let's say this is your card, right? Let's say this is your card, and you open it up, and you've got a frame on the inside with, something like this. Well, when they get it, they can just set it up as its own little easel. So anyway, but you don't have to attach it. You could just kind of slip it in there or whatever. I just think it's super cute. So there is our with a clutch of apple-cheeked children and our little picture frame. Like I said, tons of applications for homemade paper picture frames. So I hope you guys try that out. I hope this is something that you play around with and, use it in your books or cards or, whatever it is that you got. Whatever it is that you do it. Now we're going to find my spot again. And we're going to put this dude here. I believe. Right like so. And I mean, there's so many things you could add to this page. You don't have to stop here, right? I mean, you can just keep on going. You can add little charms and just do what you want to do. I'm not your mom. So, but this is my basic, plan is to cut out a rectangle the size you need with a rectangle cut out of the middle to facilitate whatever photograph you would like, and then just glue on some embellishments, paint the whole kit and caboodle, gild over the top of it or something, just to bring that all back out, and Bob's your uncle, man. Okay. Had an oogie. Now, oh, here we go. I didn't have anything to wipe it off on. I was going to say something gross. Okay, I'll just say it. You guys are moms and stuff, right? And dads and big sisters and big brothers, and you know, you got kids around. It's like when you have like a 2-year-old and they've got like, you know, a runny nose, and you're like you wipe off their nose, and they step on their nose, and they're like, I don't have a Kleenex. That's what it feels like. Just me being gross. Just me being gross. Was I here? No, I was here. You know what? I'm going to put it in the middle right here. Can you guys see this? And here we go. Like that. Oh, it's adorable. It's just adorable. Do you like it? I like it. So that's it. I mean, it's super simple, right? Super simple, but I mean, it's so versatile. You can change this up, you know, with a color or, you know, anything. The scrapbook paper behind it or whatever. I mean, you can, you know, the world is your oyster, my friends. All right, kids, this is just a short little video today, but I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back uber duper soon. I've got another batch of journals that I have started on. I've already got one done, and I've got a few more to do. I'll try to do like a batch of like half a dozen, and I should be able to get through those pretty soon. Although I'm going to Comic-Con this weekend, so you're going to have to give me a minute because I got to go to Comic-Con. There are going to be lots of people there. I am kind of super duper excited. There's, I mean, like Molly Ringwald, Jason Momoa, Matt Smith, my favorite doctor, David Tennant, Billy Piper, Ron Perlman. Like, I'm so excited. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I haven't picked the day I'm going yet. I think I'm going to go on Saturday, but I'm not real sure yet. But I'm super excited. I'm thinking if I want to dress up. I doubt it. I'll just wear pants, real pants. Because you got to wear real pants. Well, you know what? It's Comic-Con. You might not even have to wear real pants. You could probably show up in just about anything and nobody would look funny at you because, yeah. All right. So I'm going to do that. I will try to take pictures for you guys and maybe do some vlogging while I'm there. And if I see something cool, because you know I'm going to see something cool. And I'm making a book to take. I'm making an old looking leather tome to take. So I'll have to show that to you guys and stuff. So yeah, maybe that'll be fun. Maybe that'll be fun. All right. I love you kids. I love you guys so very much. And I've been having a lot of fun going through the comments as I have the time. You guys are hilarious. And thank you for that. Because humor makes the world go round. It is the common denominator of friendship. So thank you guys for being hilarious. You just make my day. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We're going to have to do something special for 25,000, I think. Let's see if we can get to 25,000. We'll do something cool. And I want to have a challenge pretty soon too. But, you know, I'm going to be back. I've got new marbled paper to show you. There's so much stuff I want to show you. So I will be back really super soon. Even if I have, my daughter's here right now, so I might have some videos that might be just like a little bit shorter. But there's so much I want to show you. There's so much I want to do with you guys. So I am not going to leave you in the lurch. My daughter knows my schedule, so she's very accommodating. And, but yeah. All right, kids, I will see you really soon. Have a great day and big, huge love from Nick the Booksmith.